This is the Fleck 2850 control head, and I'm going to show you how to set the time of day and the time of day you would like this control head to go into regeneration. So time of day is pretty easy. This arrow points to the time of day. Half the wheel's on PM and half the wheel's on the AM side. So to set it, you just push this button and spin the wheel to whatever time of day it currently is. All right. So that part's the easiest. To find out what time of day this control head is set to regenerate at night, and this could differ from older models I've heard don't have an arrow in this little groove right here that we're going to see here in a second, but at least all the ones I've dealt with have them. So I defined it. It can be helpful to have a flashlight because it's a little tricky to find. But you just push the red button in and start spinning it. There you go. You can see that molded black arrow right in the middle. That arrow is pointing to the time of day that this control head will regenerate. So it's set to just like 3:15 a.m., right? Okay, so to change that, if you don't like that time, there's going to be like 3 set screws in here. There's 1, 2, 3, right? I'm always able to get away with just loosening 2. So I'll find one of these. I just take a screwdriver. Just barely loosen it. If you go too much, when you spin this wheel, it ends up hitting on this piece of plastic if you go out too far, and it makes it hard. So I'll start by loosening just barely 2 of the 3 screws, and then all this is with the numbers on it is just a little piece of paper. Now it becomes loose and you can rotate it. So now we have to go back to our arrow, which is right there. And now we can spin this paper number wheel to whatever time we want it to regenerate. So if we want it to regenerate at 1 a.m., we'll line it up with the 1. Then we're going to go back and tighten the 2 screws. You just have to try to not spin the paper and only spin the wheel while you're doing this part. There's the first screw. Second screw. There we go. And it's always good to go back and check and make sure it's still pointing to the same time you were trying to get, because sometimes the numbers will move on you and you'll have to try again. But there it is. That's how you set the time of day for the time of day and also the time for regeneration.